We're talking about what? Tropical. We're doing a little tropical update.
You know, I don't think we live in the tropics.
No, we don't, but it's interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a lot of rain yesterday, and I've just been, visiting it over these past couple
going on
of
over
weeks.
there?
There's some interesting stuff. We've added another name to our list.
Oh,
so
goodness.
far this season, we had been up to Imelda. That was the last time I talked about the tropics, what we saw. But we have added Jerry on. Tropical storm Jerry has officially become a tropical storm right now, spinning off in the Atlantic, nowhere really near any kind of landfall. Not really looking to make landfall either over these next couple of hours. Looking like it's probably going to become a Category 1 hurricane at least, but it's going to make a turn, go spinning off in the Atlantic. It is a fish storm, not worrying about it affecting any of us. Probably going to bring some high surf and some big waves to the islands over here, but overall not going to do a whole lot to affect us. Again, just going to be affecting those fishies out in the Atlantic. Just a little something interesting to talk about to kind of shake it up for this morning. But back here we are looking pretty dry. We're also looking pretty cool following that cold front that has moved through. We've seen temperatures continuing to drop before that sun rises. They'll continue to do so as well. Towards the north, we're a little bit cooler. We have a lot less cloud cover up here, so we're able to see temperatures cooling down quite a bit. Williamstown looking at 52 degrees up there. Definitely starting to get a little bit on that chillier side, whereas towards the south, not quite as chilly, a little more mild. We're seeing those mid to upper 60s, looking at 67 in Manchester, 64 in Williamsburg, and 64 in Monticello as well. Overall, no matter where you are, feeling pretty mild for the morning, not too bad. Shouldn't see a whole lot of impacts as you're driving to work. That includes fog. There's a few areas where we have some patchy, dense fog. Anywhere you're seeing that red, possibly down to a half mile of visibility. For the most part, though, not seeing that knocking down our sensors too much. There's a few places where we've got a few miles of that kind of coming down, like 5 miles of visibility in Williamsburg. Overall, still not too bad. Just a few low-lying areas, mountain valleys, river valleys, where you might see that patchy, dense fog. But as you're sending the kids off to school, likely not going to have to worry about that. The Sharky's bus stop forecast showing us cloudy for the start, maybe a few isolated showers. I don't really think it's worth it to send them with a rain jacket or umbrella, though, because, I mean, look, by the time they're heading home, we should have a whole lot of sunshine. Will be dried out. We're not really going to see any rain chances for much longer. By the time that we get to late morning, really when we're going to see things drying out. We're really not even seeing a whole lot on Viper radar right now. A lot of these dull greens that we have, that's not actual rainfall. It's just ground clutter that the radar picks up because it's nighttime, and sometimes those beams have a hard time not picking up things that are close to the ground or birds, things like that. The only rainfall that we saw, it was close to Williamsburg. It has pushed off southeast. Haven't seen a really whole lot of rain since then, and we're not going to see a whole lot. We could see on Futurecast maybe a few of those isolated showers, mainly towards the east of I-75, but for the most part, almost all of us starting off dry. Those clouds going to clear from north to south as we make our way throughout the day. Towards the north, right around lunchtime, probably seeing a whole lot of sunshine. South, going to hold on to the clouds for a little bit longer, but by afternoon, it looks like almost all of us going to be mostly sunny, and those afternoon temperatures will get into the low 70s, feeling really lovely for this afternoon. As we head into the overnight hours, we'll get into the low 50s for tomorrow morning. That's not even the coolest that we will get, though, maybe in the lower 40s for the time we're heading out the door. But as we head into our day on Thursday, we'll reach the 60s. The mornings for Friday, looking at maybe some of us getting into the upper 30s for the first time this fall. Definitely looking at a cool end of our week ahead. As we go into this weekend, it's still looking beautiful. We'll be very fall-like. We do see a slow warming trend, though, as we make our way towards the beginning of next week. It is possible that we're not done with the 80s just yet, but for now, the 7-day forecast looking like we're going to stay dry, and we're in the 70s for now. So we're going to take advantage of it while it's here before we maybe warm back up again. Well, now